Hey, what's up everybody? So very many of you have asked for this video, so here it is. It's the 2022 Cfmoto 300SS for the United States. And I'm here to tell you, as the viewer, whether or not this is a good buy or goodbye. So let's dive in. This is basically just the 300NK with fairings. So if you've already seen my 300NK review, a lot of that's going to carry over to this bike. Let's talk specs. 292 cc's, 6-speed, ABS is standard, TFT display, looks great. I know this is really hard to see, but I promise it looks way better in person. Just like the 300NK, I want to emphasize this is a cable-driven throttle, and these modes don't do anything except change the way your screen looks. It gives you a ton of information and looks great. The accent LED headlights look awesome, and these would make for some really cool photos at nighttime. You'll find the Cfmoto slipper clutch on this motorcycle. The handlebars, however, are different. They're a clip-on style handlebar, which means they clip onto the fork, and they pitch you forward a little bit. You get a little arch to your back, but you stay nice and low. Foot pegs are a little bit more rear set than the naked version, but that's to be expected on a sport-style motorcycle. They're usually made so that you can tuck into it, so with the foot pegs where they're at, the handlebars that pitch you slightly forward, you're good to get into a nice tuck position, get down low, and attack that corner. It makes it very easy to go tuck yourself.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Basically, what this bike is going to do better than the 300NK is allow you to hone your riding skills, become a better rider, and focus more so on the sport of motorcycling. All right, I'm gonna get some shots of the bike, I'm gonna add some slow-mo, I'm gonna add some music, and then we're gonna ride. So having already rid the 300NK, I know pretty well how this engine likes to behave. It is a very fun engine. It's not super rev happy. It doesn't have unbelievable power, but it has usable power, and that's what I really admire about the small displacement category. You can use the entire throttle on one of these bikes. Something on like a Super Sport 1000, it is so hard to open that throttle all the way on the streets and really get to use it unless you're on a complete straight stretch. I keep forgetting about the slipper clutch, so I'm trying to rev match when I don't need to. Compared to the 300NK, I feel like this bike turns in a little bit quicker. It could be my brain playing tricks on me, but I'm going to attribute it to clip-on style bars and the more rear set foot pegs. I think it makes for a more aggressive attack position that makes it easier to flick the bike in and out of turns. It's definitely not as comfortable as the 300NK. I'm not complaining about it right now, but I feel like after maybe 45 minutes to an hour of riding, I would start to feel it in my back. It is just as lightweight and nimble as the 300NK, maybe a little bit on the heavier side because of these extra plastics, but I would say that difference is negligible and you probably wouldn't notice it. And yes, we are squidding today. We got t-shirt, normal pants, the Vans on, but of course you know I got my gloves on. All right, let's get some slipper clutch action. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's do a little loop-de-loo. You can really get over the nose of this motorcycle and put pressure on that front tire, keep contact with the ground. Definitely much less wind because of that little screen up here. Whenever you tuck, you can really feel it going over your head and creating a little tunnel around you for less drag. And just to demonstrate that the throttle modes do not do anything, I'm going to test out 35 miles an hour in third gear, and we're going to punch it. It got up to about 60 miles an hour, and that was in sport mode, so now we're going to switch it into eco mode and do the same thing. The acceleration on the 300 is what you'd expect. It's very linear, it's very tame. If there's a bike that I had to compare this to, it's definitely the Honda CBR300R. That bike makes around 30-ish horsepower, and this bike makes just under 30 horsepower, right at 29. So they're very comparable in terms of power. They're both single-cylinder engines. They're both 6 speeds. I will say though, Cfmoto gives you ABS as standard. You've got to pay for that with the Honda. It's only $200 extra, but it's amazing that someone who's been making motorcycles as long as Honda still charges extra for a very simple feature that Cfmoto can just add. going nearly wide open on the throttle, my instant fuel economy is still like 70 or 60-ish miles per gallon, which is again right in line with the Honda CBR300R. That bike gets acclaimed like 71. So for this one to be doing about the same makes a lot of sense considering the motor is nearly the same. Okay, let's do a 0 to 60 test. I don't know if the gearing is any different than this compared to the 300NK. It might make a difference, it might not, but we're gonna give her hell and find out. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. And we have reached cruising altitude. Look at me out here on a 300 going 75 miles per hour, keeping up with traffic. And there's no question about it. This bike puts off substantially less wind than its naked counterpart, which is to be expected, and that's the way it should be. For a difference in MSRP of only like $300, it makes sense to add the fairings if you're going to be doing track days, if you're doing maybe a little bit longer commutes and you don't mind the forward seating position. All those reasons, I would say the value of $300 extra to go from the 300NK to the 300SS, the value's there. And in terms of what you get versus what you pay, this bike MSRP's at $42.99 and goes out the door for somewhere north of $6 grand. The Honda CBR300R has an MSRP of $48.99 and you can move up to $50.99 if you get the ABS version. By the time you add all your dealer fees and everything to the CBR300R with ABS, you're getting close to that $7,000 mark, whenever you could just pick one of these up that has about the same horsepower, has ABS standard, has amazing fuel economy, gets a 2-year warranty instead of a 1-year warranty, and looks pretty damn good, really. Compared to the competition, I mean, this Honda right here, that's not the hottest looking sport bike on the road. I'm not saying this is either. Small displacement bikes aren't known for their amazing looks. This definitely is not the worst looking one out of the bunch. It is very nimble. I like that about it. It's what I liked about the 300NK. All right, test the ABS. Here we go. 20 miles an hour. Yep, did what it was supposed to do. That's ABS all right. Does it wheelie? We gonna find out. Here we go. It wheelies. Man, I got those little chicken strips down pretty far. Look at that. Not too bad, not too bad. I mean, that's not, you know, it's not great by any means. There are a lot of people out there with nothing here, but, you know, it's what I can do, man. Overall, I really love the 300cc platform from Cfmoto, but do I think this is a good buy, or do I think it's a good buy? I'm still kind of undecided. I guess it depends. I think the 300NK is a better all-around motorcycle, but if you're looking to get into the more sport side of motorcycling, I think this is a good buy. If you're looking for an everyday around-town traveler that's going to be comfortable consistently and lower on insurance, I think this is a good buy. But again, this is not a bad bike. This is a fantastic bike with awesome features, great value, and sweet looks. And ultimately, I'm probably not the one buying this bike. You are. So take everything that I say with a grain of salt and get out there and make your own opinions. Go sit on one. Go ride one if the dealership will let you. See what you think. That's going to go ahead and wrap up this video. If there's another bike that you want to see me test from Cfmoto, please let me know. I'd love to test more for you guys. With that being said, let's do the outro. So I just passed 350 subscribers. I want to say thank you guys so much. That's amazing. My goal for the end of the year was 500, and I think I'm going to get there. And I'd say it's all about what can I do to get more subscribers, but you can help too. Make sure that you like this video, you share it, and leave a comment down below telling me what you want to see more of and what you liked about this video. I don't have anything else to add, so I guess I'm just going to say thanks, have a great day, and ride safe. I can't breathe. I'm dying, Captain. It's so hot out here.